Okay, I put the the meat away. After I put everything away, I started thinking, why was it that I couldn't fit anymore? That was kind of weird to me. So I stopped the video and I went to the computer and I found a video how to pack it because I never packed this with meat, and I forgot that the shelf has an extension because if you load it up with meat here and you zip it up, this bag does not stretch anymore. Once you zip it, you have a certain size, and that stays like that. The the extension you have to, and like I said, I've never done it. I never packed it with meat. I packed it with gear to go backpacking, go hunting. But the extension has the shelf, and I'm gonna tell you something I don't like about this bag, that it kind of bugs me a little bit. But this is the shelf back here. So what you do is you stretch these straps that you can pull the because the shelf is this piece, not the back of the pack. You pull it out, and now you have the pocket in the middle. What's going on here? Oh, this thing. Here's the bottom also. It's got some clips. And now you see the whole thing. This is the whole shelf. So then if you open it up, remove all your additional crap that is hanging everything, like this here, then you do have the room to put down the quarters. And you can load up 2, maybe 4, depending on the size of the deer, and also depending on the weight. When I did the load, what I carried, it was 252 total. The bag with the stuff that it has on, and me, 218, so that's 34 pounds. 34 pounds is not a lot. And I could carry it because it's not that much. I'm out of shape. I'm going to start going to the gym possibly today. So for somebody that's in better shape than me, can carry 50, because this bag, I don't remember exactly how much is it designed for. I heard some people that some bags are designed up to 150 pounds. That's a lot of weight. But in my younger days, I used to carry a sack of cement under each arm from the truck to the concrete mixer. Let's say it was 40 feet, 30 feet, 20 feet, depending where it was. But it's only 20 feet, 30 feet, 40 feet. But that's 200 pounds. It's 94 pounds each bag of Portland cement. Well, I'm not 21 anymore. So if I'm going to carry meat, big pieces, then there's another point to be made, is that if you're going to carry the meat back here, you don't have some sort of a netting. So you cannot debone the quarters. You can debone the quarters if you put it in a bag. Where's that bag I had? And I have another bag this bag is huge. I wouldn't use this. This is a good bag. It's a very tough plastic. It's got the cord tighten it up and everything. You can put the bag in here and fill it up with meat and then bring this over. But being that it's all loose, you're going to have a lot of kind of a loose movement. You need to have that meat contained around the bone. So, new suggestion is, I know it's better to debone it and get rid of that bone because the bone's going to be weight. How much weight? I don't know. It could be 5 pounds. I don't think it'll be 8 pounds. That's a gallon of water. I don't think it'll be 8 pounds, but let's say it's 5 pounds. Well, if you got 2 quarters, that's 10 pounds. 10 pounds, it's 10 pounds. It might even be less than 10 pounds. Somebody out there could tell me it's probably 3 pounds. Okay, let's say it's 3 pounds. You're looking at 6 pounds. It's still 6 pounds. It's weight. So if you put the quarters here, or if you let's say you want to debone it, but you don't want to make it debone into little steaks, that's a lot of loose pieces. Let's say you have a bag you cut long slices as wide as you can and try to maintain the meat contained in its own piece, and you can slide it in the bag. Then you can put this together, which is not easy because it's a pain in the butt that when everything is so loose like this. But you can put the stuff in there. Let me see. All right. Okay, let's say that this is your bag. You can put it in there. And then you can come around with your bag and attach these clips. No, wait a minute. That's not it. Like I said, this is the first time I've used it for, let me get rid of this. First time I used it for the purpose of hauling. So you gotta find the stuff that will clip onto this here, which it will be a sort of a, right here, strap. Click on that. You gotta put, first you gotta put your pocket. These pockets here, you put them over, and there's this little clip, real tiny clip that goes on the inside, and goes on the next pocket, goes behind your padding, and click it. All right. So now you got the support of the bag on on the shoulders, let's say, and now you got this bag. I'm seeing a problem. If you put it on the shoulders, let's call these the shoulders, then you're going to have this type of cavity, which is not exactly what it's supposed to be in there. Put your hand through it. That cavity there, I don't think that'll work too well. So the next, I'm not going to disconnect it from the shoulders until I find the right clip on here. Let me close the bag. So let's say that you do this. You click here. Where's the other one? You click here, or you can go across. Either way. Then you disconnect the shoulders. Do the clip on the back. Because this let's say you actually do they're gonna be sticking out. So you need this thing disconnected from the shoulders. You need it open like that. Now you do have a shelf. I don't know if you can tell from this angle. There. You have a shelf where you can put the shoulders or the bag, as long as you can sustain it with this here, and then you come around the sides and you can clip on the side clippers, snaps to there. So now you have this thing kind of hanging. Of course, you have to adjust it to the height you want. So you have this bag more or less keeping its shape. And then you finish cinching down everything. You clip on the side here too. This one here goes across to here. It's a good bag. I like it. It's got a lot of clips and a lot of things. You just gotta learn it. You gotta learn it, and you gotta use it the way you're supposed to use it. I mean, it's there's another one here. Okay, so now it's beginning to get to hold its shape without using the shoulders. Now, and then you can carry it, because right now you have more, the bulk of the weight is against your back because of the frame right there. It goes against the frame. Now, one thing that bugs me about this bag, and it does it all the time, when okay, let me put the shoulders back on. I don't know what they call them, but I'm going to start calling them shoulders. Okay, put this back on here. And then you clip the little, it's got the little, tiniest little clip, is the only one of its kind. and the whole system. And that goes in the back to keep it together. In every video you see they emphasize, oh, you got the middle zipper. They're always pointing out you can open up the bag, and yes, you can. It's very convenient, and you can reach anything there. But this is the part that bugs the hell out of me. It's this damn thing, the hood. This hood is always, I'm always doing this. I'm trying to grab something in here, the thing is falling down. I think that this should be, sort of got me. The designers, if they're looking at this, just kind of rethink this a little bit. You know, every time you're going to reach in there, this bag, it's always, the top hood, it's always dropping down, dropping down, dropping down. Always. What about, you know, they should have some clips that you can clip right here and keep this over, so when you open this, because they grab it and they go, oh, you yank it, you yank it. See, I always use the zipper. I don't want to mess up the zippers. You yank it up, but it doesn't stay up. It does not stay up. It has to have something here. Ah, let me see. Maybe I'm missing something. It's got a little flip thing here. If I can hook it to back here somewhere, put a little hook on it, and just this little things, if they can just hold like that on the edge of the frame, then when you open it up, it doesn't even stay up. Every time you're going to reach in, this thing is flopping down, because you also have a pocket here where you have stuff and it gives it weight. So I have here my emergency kit, my toiletries, a little hand towel for your hands or your face or whatever. Here's the little bag. There's a license. There's a hunting license. And let's see, a little plastic bag for whatever, quarter, backstrap, loins, whatever. Very light. And let's see, I got a lighter and another little plastic bag, small. And that's it. This is the bag I was mentioning. It's not a huge bag, but I think it'll do the job for the smaller pieces, loins, what do you call it, back straps, anything like that. The back straps are about the length of your arm. You can probably stuff two in there, but it'll be you know, tight. But the reason I keep it, the bag, is because you can put the loins and the back straps and any other loose meat, you can put it in the main bag, and then you can put your quarters. If you're going to carry the quarters, you can put them in the frame. So you need room for your stuff that you're not gonna, like the emergency kit, in case you cut yourself, in case some bug bites you or something. There's alcohol in there, and there's, you know, it's an emergency kit. It's a medical kit. Okay. Toiletries, they have to be handy, so in case you need to go, you know, when you do a lot of walking, you feel like you need to do a valve movement. It happens, and the license is expired, but I'm going to put it back in there. In a little face towel or a little hand towel. Okay, so this bag, it's a good pocket. I like it. It has the X function, but there's got to be a way to hold it up. Once you have stuff in there, see, now it did it once. Okay, I took out the bladder and I cleaned out the liquid, the lighter. Always keep a lighter. Always keep a lighter with you, because you never know what situation is going to come up, and maybe you're stuck somewhere, and just put it in a little pocket. I have here my headlamp in case you're coming back at night with the second load. So I have forgotten the square inches, and I heard it was 3750. 3,750 square inches. That I'm gonna convert that later into feet, into square feet. See how much that is. But the pack has a reduction capacity once you zip it, because this bag does not expand. It is what it is. It's a certain size. Now there's another one called the Metcalf by Mystery Ranch, that is a bigger bag for bigger trips. And I didn't want a 52, and I didn't want a 48. I went and got the 37 and a half. So I got this one. So for backpacking with the gear, which I've done it several times with this, everything fits. It's a comfortable. It's a comfortable pack. It's just the issue with this hood. It just bugs me the hell. It just bugs me the hell out of me. Maybe I'll come up with a MacGyver myself, and I'll do some sort of a little hookup deal from the tip here, and kind of bring it over and let it, while you open the bag and reach in, because this thing keeps flopping down when it's loaded. It keeps flopping down. Okay. So yeah, that's it. It's a meat hauler. Basically, that's the main reason that I bought it, because I didn't want to drag the deer. I wanted to be able to carry the deer. And I recommend it. It's a good bag, but before you buy a bag or a pack, not a bag, make sure that the pack has the room for all your stuff and the capability of carrying the deer out. So out of all the packs that I have, this one does the job completely. No pack is perfect. I've done the tent on the bottom, the sleeping bag also on the bottom. Sometimes I've done the tent inside without the sticks. I put the sticks on the side and cinch it. There's different combos. This one does not have an internal pocket, as far as I know. No internal pockets of any kind. All your stuff is going to be on the side pocket or inside the main bag. And that's one of the reasons I bought this little pouch that it holds a Longines bottle, it holds my water, it's got a side pocket that I can throw in anything like the light and the ammo and whatever you want to do. I even carried a saw for branches and stuff, but this is something that now that you can't do, they don't allow you to do fires. I think the last time I checked, they didn't allow fires. When you're going to build a fire, you don't really need to saw anything. Just break it, kick it, break it in pieces, and put it in the fire. You're going to do a small fire. You're not cutting logs to do a huge thing. So when you're backpacking, you don't need to really take this. So this is another weight reduction. That goes in the gardening section. But this little bag, I don't remember what I paid. It was expensive. I think it was $70 or $65. But it's very useful. And I don't mind buying stuff if it's useful, because you get to store stuff that you otherwise couldn't do it anywhere. So the bag has, if they would have made this into maybe I don't know, a 4,000. The Metcalf, I don't really know. I don't remember the size now. The Metcalf, it's over 4,000. I think it's 42 or whatever. If they would have made maybe a 30. It's a 3750. So let's say they go, I don't know, 39. It would have a little more room. This bag, once you fill it, it's full. It does not stretch out to give you additional space or anything. So my recommendation is that before you buy a backpack for backpack hunting, go to a store, try them out. I bought this on directly from the manufacturer in Montana. They have a website, and I was shopping until I did get a deal. They had a small special, and I saved I don't know, $50 I think it was. But if you're gonna go to a store, go to a camping backpacking store, go to a well, the only backpacking store that I know of is REI. REI doesn't have any hunting. They have regular backpacks for hikers and things. But if you want something camouflage or whatever, it you need to wear it. Basically, you need to wear it. It has to be adjustable, which it is. This is very adjustable. It has the little plastic tongue in there. You go through the Velcro and you adjust it up and down to your torso. I already did that. And once you put it on, it's very comfortable. I have it on number 1, 2, 3, 4 line. And the padding in the back is very, very good. It's not too much. So people complain about having too much padding, and then you have this big bulge on your lumbar, and it's bugging you. This is, to me, this is just right. Once you put it on with all your gear, that has to be positioned correctly in the bag. You don't want all your heavies in the bottom, because you'll be walking in like this. You need to have a little bit more weight on top and distribute everything, and only take exactly what you need. Nothing extra. Nothing extra. Take the essentials, exactly what you need. I had this little piece of rope. This is, I don't know, maybe 40 feet, quarter inch. And this is two in case. I said, okay, I'll take off the quarters, gut it, take off the quarters, put it back here, tie this to the antlers, and drag the rest of it. Because the skin is slippery over the bush. Okay? You're reducing the weight of the quarters, which is probably 35 pounds. And then you drag the rest if you cannot fit. Because let's say you take, it's a cold morning, right? You're hunting. Then it starts warming up. You're hot, you're sweating, and you put your coat in there. And then you take your long sleeves out, shirt, take it out, put it back in there also. Now you're limiting your room because the bag is not that big. You're limiting your room for meat. So that means you're going to have to drag the meat out. Just take the big ones on the shelf. I'll have to put that shelf back the way it goes. And then drag the meat out, and this is another option. You have to think of different scenarios when you're hunting, because you don't know exactly what's going to happen when it happens and where it happens. Let's say you shoot a deer, he's rolling down the hill and falls off a big boulder, and he's down. There's a lot of places over there like that. I can show a couple of spots, and it drops down into a big gully, and you have to go down there, remove some of the meat for the weight, gut it, take the guts out, let it drain and stuff, and then you throw the rope. You bring down the rope, you tie it, you take the rope up, and then you start hauling the deer out with 50% less weight, because you remove the guts and you remove The real leg. So you always got to think about things like that. If you're hunting, say back east, and you're in a ranch or something, you none of that's going to happen. You can probably drive up to the vehicle with your quad or side by side, or you pick up and pick up the deer. You know, it's all flat. But in the west, it's different, especially in the areas I go hunting. Those are real mountains. They're not little hills. I'm talking the Sierras, and they're very rugged. So you need to prepare, because if you don't have something like this simple little cheap rope, you're gonna say, "Damn, if I had a rope, you know, I could have done this, I could have done that. Now what am I gonna do?" You know. And you say, "Well, okay, let me go back, take the quarters, leave the rest there. When you come back, there's an animal, you know, munching down on your kill. And what do you do then? You know, could be a mountain lion, could be a bear, or it could be a bunch of coyotes. Um, so that's why you have to think about things that could happen. Where you're gonna go? It all depends where you're gonna go. Um, and that's why I take things like this. Sometimes I take a bigger rope depending where I'm going. So think about that when you pack, and take exactly what you're gonna need, where you're gonna be, in case you're gonna need it. Now, comfort. This is on the money. It's on the money. Like I said, I wish it would have been maybe a 3850. You know, just a tad little more room, because when I'm packing my gear, and the last time I went, I took the one man tent. It's very small, and I removed the holding bag, and I removed the everything. I just shoved it in there and put the stakes on the side, and I just shoved it in, not rolled it or anything, and just shoved everything in there, and the bag went poof, and it got puffed up because it couldn't fit anymore. It was so loaded, and I was taking the minimum. So think about it. When you're going to buy a backpack, uh, put your gear together, put it on the floor in your living room. Look at it, and get a I don't know, get a bag like this, roughly about the same size, and start stuffing your stuff in there and see what happens. See if you're going to be able to fit your stuff in the backpack, because with the big Kelty, I never had a problem. Never had a problem. I had more than enough, and I took more than I needed. One time I even took a CD player so I can watch a movie. And when I got back to camp, I was so freaking tired because I walked the hell out of the mountain. I climbed it up and down. When I got back, I just had some dinner and I just went to sleep, and I dropped dead. I was so tired. Didn't watch a movie or anything, and I bought it, then I took it back, brand new. Said no, I didn't use it, you know, because I overdid it. You know, you overdid. You take a big gun, you don't need that either. You're gonna take something exactly what you need, exactly what you need. So that's that's my suggestion. So 34 pounds was what I loaded. I didn't have any more meat to put in there, unless I put in the big the pork roast, the pork shoulders. I removed them. There was 16, so that could have been 50 pounds, easy, over 50 pounds. But I forgot about the shelf to disconnect it. So I'll do that some other time. In fact, I don't think I need to tuck it in because it's not even sticking out of the bottom. So it's better that way. When you're gonna pack your deer, it's already disconnected. Just put it over the put the meat in there and cinch it down, and you're good. And I always put this here because it it's a safety feature that you do not want to be walking around with deer antlers in your back. Somebody from far away could see the movement of and this is tan, and you're all camouflage, it's going to concentrate on the antlers, and some a-hole could take a pot shot and shoot at you and possibly kill you. All right, guys, that's what I got today. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you.